nothing alike. He compared their careers and said everybody couldn't wait to make Cody a star, but he always quits. He said he quit WWE, he quit New Japan Wrestling, and he quit a company that he started. He said when things get tough, Rhodes gets going, and the crowd continued to chant over the top of them. Then Rhodes reframed it as never being afraid to walk away for something greater. He said he bet and gambled on himself, and he was right to do it. Cody said if he quit, he would not be standing there with the most important title in the game, and if anything, AJ quit on himself. He said to get his title rematch by pretending to be Mark Henry for a night, and Rhodes called him a coward and said that's a bitter pill to swallow, but he have no problem shoving it down his throat when he makes him say, I quit. Styles replied that his family would rather he go home, but he can't quit being phenomenal. And he said he's done when he said he's done and that he would do whatever it takes to become WWE champ, even if it meant living him at a bloody pulp. Styles said he'd do what it took to make sure that Cody saying, I quit, felt like a gift to him. They left the ring. This verbiage I thought was very good. I liked it when AJ told Cody, like when Cody says, you're not going to make me say I quit. And AJ said, you see how easy it is for you to say that? I wish I was the thing is because AJ should have never said the words I quit in his verb. He should have always referred to it as those two words.
Right.
Like the two words that will never be spoken. It says, see, Cody, you can say it. I can't. I can never speak those two words.
That would have been better. The other thing that I liked was when he brought up you quit here, you quit there, you quit there. Great rebuttal by Rhodes. I quit because I wanted to take a chance on myself and go to greener pastures.
And look at where I am. I won. Right. Yeah. So, but
the fans did not help this at all. There's a time to chant, and it isn't when people are talking because they were chanting all over them.
Right. But the thing was, he did get some good lines that kind of shut the crowd up.
Yeah.
Like I said, you quit WWE. Then he said, oh, you also quit New Japan Wrestling. The crowd got quiet. And he's like, oh, you
and Ring of Honor. And that company. They won't even mention it. He goes, in that company with your friends. Yeah.
Right. They won't even reference it. So backstage, out of nowhere, the Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa attack the Street Profits. So the gimmick there is Kevin Owens isn't going to have backup for his match against Solo later.
Right.
Shayna Baszler and Joey Stark in a pre-tape. They call themselves Ruthless and Heartless and said they would tear apart their opponents limb by limb to become the women's tag team champions. All right. So Tiffany Stratton joined in on commentary, and she's been kind of like a throwaway character the past few weeks. I'm not that happy about that, to be honest.
Yeah, they haven't really featured her much.
Right. But I guess she's not in any of these matches. So Nia Jax. It
looks like something in her and Nia Jax are going to hook up.
Right. So Nia Jax against Michin. Nia stumbled and landed eat defeat and fell to ring, whatever that is. He fell to ringside. Tiffany Stratton provided distraction and Michin threw her over the announce table. Then Nia Jackson pounced and quickly slammed Michin and landed the Annihilator for the win. And she beat her 1, 2, 3. And obviously, Michin's going to wrestle Tiffany Stratton again next week. And Tiffany Stratton's Michin's kind of just like a jobber.
She is.
She
deserves a little bit better, but everybody can't be a star. This is almost a squash, to tell you the truth.
Right.
This is
I forgot to tell you something. I thought it was really cool when AJ Styles was out there and WWE put up a decibel meter.
Oh, for the crowd, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
What were you going to say, Joe?
Yeah, this is from a few days ago from the Hollywood Reporter.
Since a sophomore, nobody bothered to watch my pops. Almost died, that made me love my
I'm back.
Suburban neighborhood.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing Las Vegas. And it goes without saying, with Victor Oladipo back in good health, they are extremely excited to have him in the lineup.
Well, I mean, that was a short leave of absence. And now that they have him back in the fold, we'll see if he can pick up right where he had left off.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's McGee. Then there's Brown. And it's Barry in at the 4 slot. Steve, wouldn't you agree the Los Angeles Lakers are one of, if not the most storied franchise in the NBA?
Yes, Kevin. The facts prove it. The number 1 and number 2 all-time league scorers both captured the record as Lakers. That's history right there.
And it's Brown missing. And here's Las Vegas. Wembanyama, a screen on Brown. From the arc. Can't get it to go. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Los Angeles. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Just an all-around stellar team effort. Everybody on the floor was communicating exceptionally well.
McGee sets the pick for Brown. The shot good from McGee.
I just love the determination on that backboard coming out of the gates. Really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet. I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Holiday finds Brown. 4 on the clock. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Drains the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Williams for 3. That one misses.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Holiday with it. Outguarded by Wembanyama. Bury the pass to Holiday. Inside, here's McGee. Wembanyama with the rebound. Las Vegas trails by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on Los Angeles. First trip to the line for him here. It is still early in the season, Greg. We'd like to think we have teams figured out, but do we really?
Not at all, Kevin. This is the time period where fan bases freak out because of records. There's still a lot of identity to be found with every team.
Now here's Brown over Williams. Brown's shot is good.
Few better athletes in the league than Jaylen Brown, and he stays in attack mode.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes to Green. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Pass to McGee. Lakers working the ball around now. DiVincenzo passes to McGee. Down low. DiVincenzo finds McGee. The rejection by Wembanyama.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
There's the pass to McGee. Holiday with it. Launches it. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The problem for your perimeter defense, if you close hard on Holiday, he can put the ball on the floor and beat you that way.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Green. Pass to Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Defended by DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Fires from the wing. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Green inside, guarded by Holiday. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And another 3 for Las Vegas.
Smooth shot from Shea at the arc, letting his mechanics do the hard work.
Holiday the pass to Barry. DiVincenzo with it. Holiday looking for an opening. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9. The Lakers trail. So the Lakers call timeout, their first.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
So for Las Vegas, Jock Landale comes in for Wembanyama. And Kobe is subbed in for Williams. The Lakers also making some changes. Gabriel's checked in, and Amir Coffey is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Green against Hardaway. To halt the run, it's rebounded by Las Vegas. Garnett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Oh, shit.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Green drives in.
And almost any time he wants, Green can put the ball on the floor and make a play.
The Lakers with the ball. Trailing by 4.
Oh, that's Tim Hardaway, dude.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. McGee in the corner. Here's Gabriel. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. McGee is screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Lakers with another miss. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for Las Vegas. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Here's DiVincenzo. Green with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And the Lakers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Oladipo for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Excellent display of timing on the catch and shoot there. Oladipo plays quick but smart.
They get it back. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Las Vegas.
So far for me, they found a lot of good shots in the mid-range. They've been fearless attacking with the jump shot.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities. And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Now here's Bryant after Jaylen Brown's miss.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Lakers trail by 8. Brown outside. The dish to Hardaway. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Oladipo against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Green outside. Here's Garnett. He gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And guys, you can't let an exceptional rebounder like Garnett get that kind of position. That's how he finds those second chance points.
And it's Brown missing. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Las Vegas leads by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Las Vegas so far, guys, what are you seeing?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Victor Wembanyama is out there with Walker. Then it's Bryant. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, Hardaway is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Gabriel in at the center. Here's Kobe after the basket by the Lakers.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the fouls.
Now, here's Poole. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. It's Bryant converting down low.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Hardaway passes to Brown. Pass to Gabriel. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hardaway. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Wembanyama passes to Bryant. Over Hardaway. And it's Kobe missing. And stolen by Bryant. Walker finds Bryant. That falls. Nice speed that time from Walker. Bryant's got his third basket of the night.
Inside the paint, Bryant is just as much trouble. He's practically a sure thing from in close.
From 10 feet out, misses off the left iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
The tray. Power move by Kobe.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
To the paint. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. This Lakers franchise, of course, has a lot of championships, but they know that nothing's given. Coach Darvin Ham said that ring and them banners don't come if you ain't on your thing. You've got to be focused and make every day count. Talking about championship. At some point, the lip service gets old. You've got to go do it. Kevin, back to you.
Got to go do it. He's all about action. David, thank you. Los Angeles calls timeout. And the Lakers making a change here. Zimonovic is checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Back to Brown.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Brown with the dunk.
And what a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
Here's Bryant. And no good. Good D by Hardaway. Last game for Las Vegas, they picked up the W against the Bulls. Brown plays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Walker finds Poole. Wembanyama sets a screen for Poole. And taken away by Brown. Holiday, no one around him. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bryant passes to Poole. Yes, that goes in. Poole's got his first points of the game.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hardaway against Kobe, and Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Green, he's checked in for Las Vegas. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Poole. The Lakers also with a sub. McGee's checked in. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Holiday, the pass to McGee. Tries it from 19. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. That one good for 2. And it's an 11-point Las Vegas lead. Steve, there's a whole lot of young talent throughout the NBA, but which players to you stand out above the rest?
Kevin, there's the obvious ones like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, SGA, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They are consistently growing as players. I am keeping my eye on a guy like Evan Mobley. He could be an all-time great defender.
And they'll get another chance.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The pass to Brown. Pulls up on the wing, and it's in off the backboard. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with this offense.
Oh.
And Wembanyama finds Green. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. Wembanyama, a screen on Holiday.
Bro, nigga.
From deep, Bryant. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Kobe's got 11 points.
Nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Hardaway against Green. It's rebounded by Las Vegas.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Green. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lakers trail by 16. Brown, the pass to Barry. Looks for Holiday, gets it to him, and yes, it's good. He's got 5.
One of the stronger guards in the league. Holiday will take it up inside any chance you give him.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets to Green. And another 3 for Las Vegas.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Green against Hardaway. To the middle.
Honestly, that's Kobe taking the shot.
Right side, Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Emphatic 2 points from Green. Great to see him being aggressive and not settle for jumpers.
Pass to McGee. Dishes it to Brown. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Bryant.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 19-point game. Here's Brown. 8 points for him. Here's McGee. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Green kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, fuck.
Back to Green. Some nice passing by Las Vegas here.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
good
shit.
D by Holiday. And stolen by Wembanyama. Good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And you can see how much Green's worked on his defense. He's become a tough one-on-one matchup.
And so it's Las Vegas with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome, everyone. Let's first get an update on the other games happening in the NBA. Chicago with the lead against the Kings at Golden One Center. A big lead there with not much time left.
Going to be an uphill battle to come back.
And looking now at that first half of action, quite a big deficit for the Lakers.
They need to focus on getting high.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett is out there with Williams. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Green in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, they've got Jaylen Brown. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Barry. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Williams passes to Wembanyama. Count the basket. Wembanyama's got his third basket of the night right there.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. The 3.
Oh, no.
It's rebounded by Las Vegas. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo.
Oh.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
This team leans on Shai to help shoulder the offense, and he takes this responsibility seriously.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brown with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Holiday buries it from 3-point range. Holiday's got 8 points.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Green kicks to Garnett. Williams outside. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Misses the 3. Las Vegas leading by 20. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Bringing effort and bringing energy. Gilgeous-Alexander taking it strong.
And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
And the Lakers call time here. Out of bounds, Las Vegas takes possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the inside.
Oh, what a back pass.
And Green slams it in.
Once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Up top, Brown. Carries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 11.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, the league says it wants every team to play to win, but All-Star Kevin Durant said it's just not realistic, adding, each year only a few teams can win it. If you're not going to be a playoff or play-in team, might as well go for a top pick. Get some reps for guys who ordinarily wouldn't make the rotation and maybe change their lives as well. Kevin?
And that's an interesting take. Thanks, DA.
Oh.
Here's Brown.
Oh,
and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
Bryant is checked in for Green, and Brown drops them both. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here's Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Garnett. The shot's good. 7 points in the game.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
On the wing, Brown. Puts the move on. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Oh, no, it's my
Wembanyama's got 13.
That hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
Brown against Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 7 now in this quarter.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Bryant against DiVincenzo. Wembanyama passes to Kobe. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Shot, high post, Green for 2 points. Brown's got 17. Las Vegas leading by 22. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 18 points for him. And here's Bryant outside. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. He dishes it to Holiday. Back to Brown. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
And Bryant slams it in.
Lightning quick off the bounce. Bryant, one of the better athletes to ever play this game.
Kicks it to Brown. There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Wembanyama outside. Back to Bryant. The 11-footer. That doesn't go in either for Kobe. Lakers trail by 18. Brown with it. Williams picks him up. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And there's another one for the Lakers. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Here's what Las Vegas has got going right now. Walker's checked in for Williams. Johnson comes in for Kobe. And Poole subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Now into the lineup for the Lakers, number 10.
Here's Brown, rejected by Walker. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Las Vegas. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's good, and so Garnett with the assist. Garnett's got 3 assists in the game. And What's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Las Vegas?
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Straight rim rocker. It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Poole against Oladipo. Los Angeles with another miss. Las Vegas leading by 21. Johnson, the pass to Garnett. Kramer with the rebound. Out of bounds. Las Vegas takes possession. 9 seconds left to play here in the third. Now Poole. That will count. And that one released in.
Because we were talking about Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton just signed with Paradigm, representation in all areas, and it says here, Paradigm's betting that her stock will only rise as wrestling is poised for greater exposure, thanks to the Netflix deal, and Paradigm wants to model her career on trajectories flown by Dwayne Johnson, John Cena, and Dave Bautista. So she might
well, you can tell the girl's
become a much bigger star.
Yeah, she's $1 million, that girl. So Logan Paul comes home, and he finds LA Knight in his pool. Paul called security and had him kicked out. Knight told him he would see him next week in Chicago. And he lamented Paul hadn't gotten there earlier because he could have had a good time together. It's kind of.
I didn't like this at all. I didn't like the verbiage. I thought the concept was great. Him breaking into his pool house, whatever it was, and being in the pool. But the verbiage was not good.
He should have had a couple girls in the pool with him. Okay?
Yes. That's a good idea.
Right. Like, yeah, I thought.
And maybe they were like girlfriends of Logan. Hey, what are you doing in the pool with him?
No.
He said we were going to party.
They could have had Logan's pregnant wife out there like complaining. Like,
him putting lotion on or something. Right.
There was so much more they could have done with this.
This was very lame considering who it was.
Right.
And they had a lot of good shit to work with.
So Carmelo, coming out of the break from that, showing that video, Carmelo's cutting a promo with the crowd. He told LA Knight he thought he cooked, but it was medium rare. That the difference between them is that he doesn't have to chase opportunities because opportunities chase him. Melo said he would qualify for Money in the Bank next week.
Bro, there's nothing worse, and I can't believe that as good as WWE is at these things, they're not telling people, hey, sit the fuck down. There was a guy behind him all the time when he was doing the promo, getting his face in it, and then he called his son, and his son was getting his face in it, and it's very distracting. It's like, hey, we're about to cut a promo, sit your ass down, or take him out of his fucking seat.
Would you like to make the point that maybe the Scottish crowd had a lot of assholes in it?
100%.
All right. So next is so Nick Aldis tells the Bloodline because of their attack on the Street Profits that they're banned from ringside for the main event. If they show up, they're suspended. Then Paul Heyman told Solo that he risks losing his leadership position if he fails in this match. If he fails to win, and Solo replies, if he doesn't win, he's coming after Paul. Paul's petrified.
That was great. And plus, dude, how great are the expressions of Paul? He's always petrified.
Petrified. Let me give you is this Jason Powell's take? Let's see who's doing the review for this. Yeah, this is Jake Barnett. All right. Do you want to hear Jake Barnett's take on this last segment?
Jake Barnett? Who's that?
Some guy that does a SmackDown review, I guess.
All right.
Jake Barnett said the LA Knight and Logan Paul segment felt pretty weak. You watched NXT, so maybe this next comment you can talk because I haven't seen it.
Right.
Melo seems more uncomfortable delivering promos than I remember him being in NXT. Hopefully he shakes that off soon.
I didn't think so. I just think the crowd might have rattled him a little bit because he was in the crowd.
Right.
And he's probably never done that before, and they're all fucking chanting,
yelling at him and shit right in his ear.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Jackie Redmond called out Alba Fire and Ilsa Dawn for an interview, and Fire and Dawn said they would make history tomorrow, and they didn't come home just to come home. They'd become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in front of their home crowd in Scotland. Now it's team that ran through the rest of the card. It's kind of funny to think that they ended up winning the championship, and like there was just like no build up, so, other than their hometown crowds. All right, so Kevin Owens against Solo, and basically, they go back and forth, false finishes. So Solo pursued Owens and prevented Heyman from being assaulted. So basically, Paul interfered and threw the leg on the rope. So Solo pursued Owens, prevented Heyman from being assaulted. He landed a Samoan spike on the outside, another one in the ring, and covered it and got the win. So Owens went after Paul, and Solo saved Paul, got the win. And after the match, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa ran in and continued to beat him. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton made his return and brought the fight to the bloodline. He quickly dealt with the two of them and then landed a draping DDT on Solo, and he set up for an RKO, but Tonga Loa got back in the ring and landed an RKO on him instead of Solo. Owens recovered enough to give Randy a hug, and they stood in the ring to close the show. What did you think about this? You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Just they're very physical, which I always like physical matches. This was the best match of the night, 100%. And of course, they did a little thing where KO would have won if Paul didn't put Sikoa's foot on the bottom rope. And then he went after Paul, and he got Samoan spiked for his trouble outside and inside. And then remember that, what's this guy's name? The guy that's on probation, Aldis. He said that if they went out there, they'd get suspended. Remember? Tonga and Loa?
Yeah.
And so they waited till after the match, right? And then Randy Orton came out, which was good. I like Kevin Owens wearing other people's merch. This week he was wearing Eddie Guerrero's shirt, the Scarface one.
Right.
I thought this match, which usually to me the whole go home show should be the hottest show, but the last couple of go home shows have not been that good because I think they know the show's going to be good, but I always think the go home show should be very hot. At least that's how I do. Not much here. I think the only good thing was the Cody promo and the fucking main event.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to see. Did you see the pay-per-view?
Yes, I did. Oh, well, I just watched a couple of the matches.
Okay, I'm dying to see how these two nobodies who just got there beat the fucking X-Men, big female X-Men of fucking Belair and fucking Cargill.
You'll see.
Okay.
All right, so that's been our SmackDown review.
Boom.
You ready for Roy Lucier?
And we're gonna have Roy after Raw.
Okay. You got the Raw chart. Is it up? All right. So this is interesting. Okay, so let me see. So the game.
The chart's not ready yet actually, but they did 1.747.
I know they did good. And I actually tweeted. People were surprised at the number, but the game was a blowout, and I've talked about this for years and years and years and years and years.
Right.
When there is here's my tweet, okay, or my post on X, I guess is referred to now, and because a lot of people that don't really listen to the show don't really know that I've been talking about this for years. So I put when there's Raj Giri, the guy from Wrestling Inc., or used to be, the audience reflected. So he says, I felt that WWE. Okay, so he tweeted. He put, I feel like WWE has been a creative lull since WrestleMania, which has happened many years. But last night's Raw seemed to turn it around. It was a hot show that keeps you wanting to tune in to see what happens next. Then he quote tweeted his own thing. He said, the audience reflected this as WWE Raw garnered its biggest audience since April 15th, despite being up against the NBA Finals that drew 12.224 million viewers. Raw actually had a higher demo than last night's Friday SmackDown, despite being against a higher rated finals game. Hopefully SmackDown can pick this up as well this week. Then I posted this, and and people responded. This formula makes such perfect sense. When there's a premium sporting event going head-to-head against WWE programming, if the game's a blowout or boring, WWE will gain channel surfers. I discovered this formula 25 years ago, analyzing minute-by-minute data when I was on the committee in WCW. And it's just true. Bro, there's 12 million people like that are smack dab right in the middle of the demographic that wrestling draws, and the game stunk. And they probably haven't watched wrestling in a few weeks, or they're not watching us, so they turn to Raw. You know, so which is always why I can't stand it when, because you're going up against good competition, sometimes you just throw away the show.
Right.
Like you don't book a good show just because you don't think it's going to draw as much of an audience. But you can actually be drawing a good audience if the other programming sucks on the other shows.
Let me ask you a question before you continue, and we can talk about this later if you did.
Your mic is scratching. Yeah, you're ready. You're a fan. There we go.
Did you see who killed WCW yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Bro, that was the Vince Russo show.
Oh, it was. Bro, Vince. I thought Vince came across, because I know the story. So it's like,
right.
But bro, he probably said the worst thing that will haunt him for the rest of his career. When he said the reason he went on TV is because he thought he was more talented than 80% of the wrestlers.
That was brutal.
Okay, let me tell you the conversation. I had a conversation with Vince on his show, okay, one time. And it was a heated conversation. He was not happy with me, okay?
Right.
But I was trying. This was so weird. He could not understand. Okay, and I had to explain it to him. Bro, he still has, because like when he took that second spear from Goldberg, where he hit his head when he already had a concussion.
Right.
Bro, that messed Vince up for a while.
Right.
Like to this day, Vince kind of like mispronounces words and stuff and everything because he says like he still doesn't feel completely right.
Dude, he got hit so hard his helmet came up. And I told him, because Goldberg told me before he did it, he says, I'm going to spear the fuck out of Vince. And I told him, protect yourself because it's guys are bringing it.
Right. Okay. So that would have been interesting to know on the show. But I was explaining to Vince, okay, that he was talking about how, he had to perform. He had to be an on-air character. He had to be in the ring because that's how the story was written. And I was like,
by him. It's written by you.
Point. I go, Vince, you were the one that was writing the story, that you wrote yourself into doing physicality. Then you didn't know how to protect yourself as a performer, as a professional wrestler, because you're not properly trained.
Not to mention you're doing angles with people that you have heat with.
Right. And you don't know how to protect yourself because you're not a very well-trained professional wrestler. You don't know how to do it.
At all. What do you mean very well-trained? At all.
And I was explaining to him, dude, you literally booked yourself into a permanent injury.
Right.
That's all you. Like you did that. Like, and he didn't like that, And like,
of course he didn't, because nobody likes to be told the truth when they're wrong.
Right.
And the other thing was, I thought he came out pretty good for the most part, except when they told him something like, what do you think about other people that said that? I think this is what they were talking about. You putting the belt on yourself. I'd do it again. Oh, no, he said he'd do the David Arquette thing again. But he said, I don't give a shit what they think, but you should. Because if you notice, when they asked me and Book and everybody else, they basically said, what a mark for putting it on himself. The belt.
Right. Okay, but here, this is, okay, right, and I agree with that, right? But, and I think this is what the tone, because it kind of really dumps everything on like the creative, right?
Right.
But what they don't understand, okay, what really hasn't been talked about enough is that the reason they brought Vince in is because, bro, we were on the downward spiral.
Right.
It's like if they had not brought Vince in, that company just would have continued the downward spiral. When Vince came in, he gave us hope, right? What people don't understand is that, okay, we had to start trying things because they were kicking our ass in the ratings now.
Right.
Same thing that happened when WCW was kicking WWE's ass. Bro, did you know that it took them literally like Vince said when he started writing the show, it took him like a year to put a dent in the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there was no long game like that could have come into play when the people that were running WCW were just looking to pull the plug at any point.
Right.
Like,
well, he wasn't being fucked with like he wasn't in WWE wasn't fucking with him. He had guys that didn't want to work with him. He had Bischoff that was, according to Vince, putting Hogan against him. Okay.
Right.
We know that for a fact. He got frustrated really quick and went home. Okay. Right. So all those things didn't help.
Right. And but the thing is too.
And like I said, Vince was trying to do, we already had an audience. Vince was trying to capture the audience that wasn't watching wrestling, right? And unfortunately, his thing was like, oh, well, we got people talking. And my thing was, yeah, but for the wrong reasons.
Right. Let me make another point too. Because he'd never worked with a guy that had creative control.
Right.
Okay. I don't think Vince fully understood that, like, look, whatever Hulk says goes. Like, he's got.
Why is that so hard to understand?
Right. But he was, because he thought it was damaging the show that he was trying to write, and Brad Siegel told him that
that's almost like if a guy says, "Hey, in my contract, I get first class flights and my own dressing room." You can't say, "Oh, why?" It's in my contract. That you can't question it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But ultimately,
it didn't help, huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it didn't help that he had WTBS looking for any reason to cut the cord. People that were against him, whether it's Kevin, Eric, the people that Eric made, rich, and DDP goes, well, we earned our spots. Okay, you did earn your spot. Now you got to because I even said it. I said, if they would have let us work with them, like if you would have had a program, you with DDP, me with, let's say, I'm just going to say a name, okay, Roddy Piper, Billy, this company would probably still be around.
You don't get you earned your spots, but that doesn't mean you get the lifetime.
Right, and not let anybody in.
Like,
right,
it's like, you're in their spot, but it's like, now it's like, okay.
All right, and we know that, and we respect that.
Right, and then
remember when none of them wanted to work with the New Age Thrillers, or what was their name? The Natural Born Thrillers. None of them wanted to work with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, I don't know.
And these weren't fucking vanilla midgets. These were all mostly big, jacked guys.
Right.
That looked,
Yeah, that looked the part,
Right, looked the part, exactly.
Yeah, that was interesting. Brett just
more talented than 80% of them. Dude, come on.
Yeah, Vince has some more talent. I would argue that Vince had more talent than 0%. Because if you look at all Vince did was go out there and cuss like a truck driver, pretty much. I don't know. All right, so let's do
And by the way, for those of people running back to Vince, he's our boy, but we keep it 100, no matter who it is.
And I've had this conversation with him before anyway, right. So it's like it's something that we haven't discussed, Yeah. But I still think that I wonder when they're going to get into a Penzer's role of killing WCW. I'm waiting on that. So
when we get him on the show, let's blame him.
I tweeted the first week. He said, "Who killed WCW?" I said,
"I saw that."
I said, "Penzer."
I saw that. That was great. Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
Right. Okay. So, did you watch? So you didn't see Clash Castle, but you watched Raw.
I did saw Raw. Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on a minute. Why is
did watch
TV reviews?
We gonna get some practice here.
Let's get it.
Domination. This mission plays to our strengths. Three, two, one. out there and capture those zones, Shadow Team. We're assaulting Zone C. We got the zone. We're moving on Zone B.
Active camo!
Capture zone contested.
Use the medics!
Deploying prox mine.
Enemies on B. Light them up. Tango down. Don't see trouble.
Oh shit. The brothers are gonna be impressed when they get back on here and see that I've been practicing.
We're assaulting Zone C. We got the zone. Capture zone contested. Phantoms don't get frustrated. We get even. We're moving on Zone B. Don't see trouble. Zone secured. Tango down.
Oh shit, that nigga saved me. Oh.
Team capturing Zone A. Capture zone contested. We got the zone. Enemies on B. Light them up.
Oh, bitch.
We're moving on Zone B. We're assaulting Zone C. I'm down! Look out! We hold all the zones. Classic Shadow Team. We got the zone. Capture zone contested.
Barrier deployed.
Zone A under enemy assault. Zone C in trouble.
Oh, bitch.
Enemies on B. Light them up. Zone compromised. Team going after C.
Barrier deployed.
Zone secured. All zones locked down. C is under enemy attack. Enemy has boots on A. Zone compromised. We got the zone. C Hostiles are on the ropes. Maintain mission advantage.
Shit.
Secure all the capture zones and keep them that way. Zone B's compromised. That's a kill. Team going after C.
Barrier up.
Zone secured.
Nice.
Nothing cleans like burning.
Zone contested. Retaliation.
Reloading. Cover me.
Ah. Oh shit.
This is ending up a milk run. Hostiles taking B. Zone contested.
Setting call.
You got it done.
Eight kills up, man. Not bad. Not bad.
Occupy. Here's the setup. Seek, seize, and defend. 3, 2, 1. Take the capture zone. Follow it when it changes location. The zone's in danger.
Engaging camo! Swapping mags! Cover me!
We're locking down the zone. Capture zone contested.
Changing mags!
The zone's in danger.
My fault.
Active camo!
Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OPSAT now. We're on the zone. This is a rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back. Hostile suppressed. Allies on the zone.
Shit. Damn. Oh.
The capture zone is moving. Zone under. Revenge kill. A professional courtesy. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OPSAT now. The zone's in danger.
Damn.
We're locking down the zone. Capture zone contested.
Active camo!
Capture zone is moving. We're on the zone.
Oh shit.
Capture zone contested. We're on the zone. The zone's in danger.
Reloading!
moving. Sending new location to your OpSat now. Zone under assault.
Active camo.
Shit.
Gathering intel.
We're on the zone. Capture zone contested. Tango dispatched.
What?
Capture zone is moving. Zone compromised.
Oh, you bitch. We in here though. We in here though. Ooh.
Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar goggles. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OpSat now. Allies on the zone.
Engaging camo. Active camo.
Capture zone contested. Target down. The zone's in danger.
It is all behind me the whole time.
Capture zone is moving. We're locking down the zone.
Drag out.
Shit.
Zone under assault. You might still pull this out in the end, but nah, I don't think so. Capture Ultra ready. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OpSat now. Don't make this a habit, Agent.
It's supposed to be me. That's supposed to be me.
report. Delivery zone is clear, Agent. Keep it that way. Hostile forces are escorting a package. Interdict before they reach their delivery zone.
Engaging camo!
Rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back.
Drag out!
Hostiles nearing checkpoint. Hostiles cleared a checkpoint. Not good. Enemies nearing checkpoint. Hostile suppressed.
Engaging camo!
Appreciate the subtle approach. Eliminate the opposition. Keep them from advancing the package. Hostiles passed another checkpoint.
Damn, nigga.
Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands. Hostiles closing on delivery zone. You're on the attack now. Push the package.
Mission update. Hostiles reached the delivery zone last round. Now we need to beat their time. Threat neutralized.
Shield out.
Swapping mags! Cover me!
Phantoms don't get frustrated. We get even. Vengeance. Good for our round. Package is losing ground.
Barrier deployed.
Keep the package moving. Package is retreating. Enemy spy has a lock on your position. package is losing ground. Mission update. Time's running out.
There's only 3 of us.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let that happen again.
Okay, WWE Raw. Here we go. All right. So this show did a good number because there's actually a lot of stuff happening. So the
Is
show
Joe
Drew
here,
walking
or
through the
is he
backstage
listening?
ring.
Because I like to see the
There we go.
Joe.
Joe's back.
Yeah. The
Can
numbers.
you put up the Raw thing? Because I want to see how the last segment did.
It's not up.
It wasn't.
Oh, it's not up.
I'm
Okay, my
refreshing-
bad, my
I'm
bad.
refreshing it now. No, you're good.
All right. So next is so Seth Rollins comes out.
Here we go.
You have it? Oh, good. So
Wow, wasn't that high, really?
8 to what? So they did a big drop. That's kind of weird. They did a big drop off. What time did the game start? Like 8:20. So, well, oh yeah. Well, there's so the game didn't really start till 8:20. So it opens up and people probably switched over and saw that Seth Rollins is back and he's got promos, so they watched that. So it's kind of like So yeah. So actually, it's kind of funny, entertaining that Raw did a. That was kind of it was weird too.
Bro, and the highest segment was the Alpha Academy stuff.
Right, and let me tell you something with what do you call it? The NBA, right? So when you turn on the NBA, like at the thing, bro, they had a countdown clock for when tip-off was going to occur.
Right.
Which is like literally like telling people, okay, you can go watch something else for a while
Right.
and come back, because this
Right.
was it, which is looking with exactly what happened in the first part of Raw. Like people are like, you go in and what they turned on Raw and saw Seth Rollins in there. So yeah, interesting. So he basically comes out and stood in the ring. They did his singing. He told the fans he missed him and thanked them. He said he was cutting to the chase. He said he was back for one reason. He said he got into business to be the greatest of all time. And he looked at the Money in Bank briefcases and said he basically wants to win the title again. So Priest comes out, and he had a bit of a limp because he had a spot in you'll see the spot in the pay-per-view where he messes up. He said he joined Rollins in the ring, and Priest said he wasn't being sarcastic. He wanted to be the first to welcome Rollins back. He said it was sincerely good to have him back, and he said he meant it respectfully, and he said that he wanted to cash in the Money in the Bank contract on Rollins. He said it's all the All Rise show as opposed to Monday Night Rollins now. And Rollins said he and Priest are a lot alike and that they made their names in groups, but both cashed in their contracts and won their first world titles at WrestleMania. Rollins said there's one little thing that separates them. He said, at some point I grew a set, Rollins said. He said he wants to be the greatest of all time and realized at some point he needed to stand on his own 2 feet. Rollins asked Priest what he wanted his legacy to be, and one of the greatest of all time, or a footnote. Priest said it was a fair question. He gets it. He said he was Rollins' first challenger when he won the World Heavyweight Championship, and Priest said Rollins was better, but times changes things. Priest said people thought he would forfeit his title due to what happened to his leg at Clash of the Castle. Then Priest challenged Rollins to face him for the world title at Money in the Bank. Rollins wondered what the catch was because he says, like, you guys always, it's like a setup. But Priest asked him definitively if he wants a title shot or not. Rollins said, if it's that simple, I accept your challenge. And he added that the show will always be Monday Night Rollins as long as he's around. Rollins made his exit. I thought this was pretty good segment, to be honest with you. You know, he basically just chats. Priest came down and kind of like you can see him trending a little bit towards a baby face now because he basically
he was full out baby face.
Yeah, right. He's just basically like said, you want the shot, you got it. You know, right? There was like nothing heelish about Priest at all.
Zero. I respect you. You know, all this other shit.
And he's kind of like acting like the father figure to the Judgment Day and all these backstage segments and stuff, you know?
Well, he's the leader more than anything, but I wasn't a big fan of this. I thought the verbiage was all right compared to other people that have opened up the show. Okay. And I like Priest and I like Rollins. And I thought this was a swerve because I actually thought that in SummerSlam it would be Priest and Gunther. And I like this like unpredictability, like the fucking
Gunther's
X-Men
got
girl.
Gunther's got the champion at SummerSlam. That's the deal. You know, whoever it is. So
like the X-Men girls getting beat by these two fucking nobodies.
Right. So footage aired from earlier today of Raw General Manager Adam Pearce talking on the phone in his office and Chad Gable in the room with Otis and his crew. And he blamed them for losing his match to Sammy and he wanted a rematch. Pearce suggested he'd have to go to the back of the line and earn another shot. And Gable told Pearce to find him someone worthy to face while he emphasized that he's an Olympian. And Pearce said he had the perfect opponent in mind. So Chad Gable makes his entrance, and the ad for makes his entrance. Then guess who he's got to wrestle? Braun Strowman.
Choo-choo train, yeah.
So Dupree is selling. I guess Dupree is her for a shoot.
Oh, she is?
I guess. She had that walking boot on. They were selling the injury from last week, but I mean, they're doing a good job selling it because she had a crutch and a boot on. It's not like she was just limping, you know? So basically, Strowman does all his spots here, and he threw Gable back so Strowman tossed Gable across the ring, and then Gable rolled to ringside, and Strowman ripped his t-shirt off and then went to the ringside and did his freight train bit. Then Gable shoved Tozawa into Strowman's path, and Strowman stopped and then tossed Tozawa at Gable. Then Strowman threw Gable back inside the ring, and Gable caught Strowman with kicks when he tried to return to the ring. And Gable ran the ropes, and Strowman caught him, power slammed him, and pinned him. So Braun beat them, and then after the match, Gable ordered the bums to come inside the ring while "You Suck" chant broke out. Gable shoved Tozawa and grabbed him by the ear. Dupree cut in between both of them. Then Gable took Dupree's crutch, and she had to hop around on one leg. Then Gable ordered Dupree to leave, and Otis helped her out of the ring, and then Gable slapped Tozawa twice. Then Otis turned around and looked at Tozawa and then shoved Gable to the mat and ripped off his own shirt. The crowd popped huge for this, and Gable begged off in the corner. Then Otis left the ring while the fans chanted his name. Then he helped Dupree and Tozawa to the back while Cole said Otis finally stepped in. And Gable got some good heat. Crowd was with us again. They were with everything here. You know?
Joe, are you here? Anyways, what?
Oh, he's eating.
Joe?
Yep.
I'm sure you didn't see the show, and you probably saw parts of it. Did you see this?
Yeah, I've watched all the Gable stuff for weeks.
Okay, what do you think of this?
I liked it a lot. I wouldn't have minded it if it went another few weeks until they did the breakup, but
no, I think this was not the breakup. I don't think because they come back later and they have another backstage segment. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought if you're gonna push him, this was my point that I wanted to make. I thought the push was just very weak after all this buildup. I really thought he should have punched him, slammed him, and then hit the ropes 3 or 4 times and hit him with his fucking splash. But maybe they're saving for later on. But I thought this was a little bit weak after all that's been mounting.
Agreed.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I did.
I just think there's more to come to this for the big.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, if there's more to come, then
I think there is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
So this was funny. McAfee did his telestrator thing, showing
that was funny.
Liv was straddling Dominic last week, and then they showed them all around the table in the back, and Balor putting the hotel room key in his pocket. They did a funny thing about that. Then they showed there's a little puppet of Rey Mysterio holding a sign said "World's Worst Dad." And these spots with McAfee they're just very funny. He does it very well.
You know what I thought was funny, and I forgot. Remember when they had Gable hanging upside down? And he was going, "This is how it's done, you moron," while he's upside down. That was funny.
He reminds me of like a heel coach on The Ultimate Fighter, like a Dominic Cruz or something, the way it just turned up to 11, right?
Yeah. So Damian Priest arrived at the Judgment Day Clubhouse where Finn Balor said he had Priest back in the match against Seth. Dominic, JD McDonough, and Carlito spoke in the background. Priest said he appreciated it and asked Balor about taking the key card. And Balor said he took the key card to protect Dom. Priest said he didn't mean it that way and told him he's no doubt he's next Mr. Money in the Bank. And Priest said he needed to know where his head was at. Balor paused while saying he would cash in, then added that it would be on Cody Rhodes. Balor said Priest knows he can trust him. And Dom said he couldn't find his purple cow vest. Carlito joked he probably left it in Morgan's hotel room. Priest didn't think that was funny.
No.
And after the other three left, Priest asked Balor if he had spoken with Rhea Ripley, and Balor said, hell no. So that they got think that Rhea's very mad about this.
And she's coming back surprised, and there's going to be a huge pop when she comes back. They do that very well.
All right, I'm not going to go over a lot of detail here, but Io Sky wrestled Kiana James and Zelina Vega in a triple threat match, and Io Sky won the triple threat match. And Liv Morgan was out there, and she applauded. So
it was funny. I didn't see this, so I was looking on the chart here to see where we were, and I immediately looked for the lowest rated segment when you said it was a three-way women's match. It wasn't the lowest rated, but it was the first one I saw. I was like, of course.
Right. Well, there's just none of those characters have been featured prominently,
I wanted to shout out real quick because I know you guys will definitely appreciate this. Omar Perez, show listener, tweeted at the show about AEW Dynamite tonight. He said, I hope at K100 Conan will be watching. I understand what they've said about MJF and how he needs to change character and grow, but God damn it, they can't afford to miss this. And it's MJF and Roosh opening the show commercial free. Do you feel like you could miss that, DI, or is it something you feel like you shouldn't miss?
I feel like you could miss that. Because he's in a lame angle.
I don't like when they open the show.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna open the show and we really got to hear what he has to say about Roosh.
No, they're gonna wrestle.
Oh, they're gonna wrestle. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know the finish. So why am I going to be interested in watching? Excited about
to find out who's
going
to jump MJF after and be his next challenger.
Conan, do you want to say anything about that woman's thing?
No, it wasn't bad. That's the only thing I can say about it.
All right, so next
is Io Sky is way better worker than the other two, but I will give Zelina her props. She's improved a lot.
They did a good recap video of what happened with Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, and Ricochet last week. And so Sami Zayn comes out and makes his entrance. Said he's proud to walk in there as champion. Said Chad Gable didn't make that easy. He said he doesn't like Gable, but it's never easy in the ring with him. He said all the personal stuff with Gable started because he beat him in a wrestling match. And Zayn said it's now over because he once again beat him in a wrestling match. Zayn said he was moving on from Gable. Zayn said he'd be lying if he said it was easy to move on from Alpha Academy. Said he feels for them. You have to do things on your own time. He said he didn't leave the bloodline until he was ready. He said the same was true for Jey Uso. Zayn said he had to look forward and do his job by defending his title against anybody and everybody. Then Braun makes his entrance. You know what, bro? Let me tell you something. The WWE has a very good relationship with Metallica, right? Did you know that, Joe? Okay.
No.
The song "Shortest Straw" by Metallica would be perfect ring music for Braun Breaker.
Okay, yeah, it's real heavy.
It'd be perfect for him.
Yeah.
The words and everything. It's I don't know.
They're not cheap.
So,
that would be AEW.
Yeah, but they got a good relationship with them. They could probably get it cheaper than you would think.
They did change that because I remember back in the day they didn't have a good relationship with them. Like they wanted to play SummerSlam one year. Vince was like, "Who gives a shit?" and offended them. And then years later, when they wanted to use Enter Sandman for Sandman, allegedly Metallica jacked up the price on him. But I guess they made up in the years following because they used more of their stuff.
Okay, so Braun Breaker comes out and interrupts this interview. He looked at Zayn and looked at the crowd. And Zayn asked Breaker if he interrupted just to stand there if he had something he wanted to say. That was actually a good line. Then Breaker said he didn't have much to say because Zayn knows what he was there for, what he's capable of doing in the ring. Zayn spoke about the bodies he's left, and Breaker said Zayn is next on his list because I'm taking the Intercontinental Championship. Zayn held up his title belt and asked Breaker if it's what he wanted. And Sheamus comes out. He actually got a really good pop. Said he's been chasing the Intercontinental title for 5 years. And Sheamus said that if Zayn is given out opportunities, he should consider him. Sheamus told Zayn he's coming for his title. The Breaker took offense and asked Sheamus if he was going to act like he wasn't just standing there. Breaker said, no one cares about your sob stories. Said everyone knows what happens when you're in my way. And Breaker said he would kick Sheamus's ass. And Sheamus said Breaker is cocky and he gets that he's the new hot kid, but he has no skin in the game when it comes to the Intercontinental title. Sheamus told Breaker to get to the back of the line before I make you. And they jawed at one another. Then Zayn said, I got a great idea. I'm going to go talk backstage to Adam Pearce and get you guys to wrestle each other tonight. So this was actually good build-up for a match that got a decent reaction later. The crowd popped when Zayn said, do you want to watch these guys talk? You want to watch them wrestle? You know? What did you think of this segment, Conan?
It was good, and Breaker's just a star, bro. That's he has it.
Yeah,
I like when Zayn popped up in between both of them. That was kind of funny.
Right.
But yeah.
So this is what did you think about the pre-tape with Dragon Lee? He spoke about his history with Carlito in their match, and Lee made his entrance with Rey Mysterio and Joaquin Wild.
Bro, both of them are my boys. Both of them have worked with me in Mexico, but I am not interested in this at all.
What would you do?
I don't think this has not been booked well.
Fantasy Booker, how do you make Dragon Lee interesting?
You put him in a good feud where they break his match, make him bleed, make him suffer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really what you have to do. Not just he's in good matches. Everybody there has good matches.
Right.
You know?
So backstage, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were interviewed after they won their match, and Fire spoke about how they got the win to win the titles in front of friends and family, and said the